Hello everyone, I am Renown0. We are back again, laughing at detractors who make trash furry art and other detractors who think that they're masters at trolling and masters at baiting you simply because you respond to a post after they've been crying about you for 2 weeks, probably 3 weeks at this point, and then when they do get you to respond, they call it baiting when it's really just gay ops, and they put it out in the open that they've DM'd somebody. Obviously, it's EVS. We all know this guy is a called to EVS, and that's all he'll ever be. He's an absolute clown and talks about his numbers when he has no numbers to show. But you know what? You know who has numbers to show? The Rippaverse. The Rippaverse has numbers to show that they're selling books, they're making money, they're making revenue, and making profit, and making moves. It's absolutely funny that these guys think that because the Rippaverse is going down in sales, meanwhile the books are staying the same, and they're making more profit, by the way, that they're failing. Yeah, because we heard this 2 years ago, and they said the Rippaverse will fail, the Rippaverse will go bankrupt in 2 years, yet they're still going. The Rippaverse continues to go. The Rippaverse continues to make moves. Like, I don't know, the most recent thing where they are collaborating with Angel Studios to create the Gabriel and the Guardians manga. But I always find it very funny that they like to cope and seethe. They love coping and seething about the Rippaverse winning and myself winning. I'm going to continue to win, and all they're going to do is continue to pocket watch views and pocket watch numbers and pocket watch money for the rest of their lives because they're absolutely pathetic, lonely individuals. So I told this person, I said, your quote-unquote work is a literal trash fire from a glorified stuntman who plays with dead deer. Keep coping and seething while the Rippaverse keeps winning. Hail the Rippaverse. So this clown decides to show a chart, which is very disingenuous, that you're showing revenue, but you're not showing the profits being made from those projects, and you're missing a whole bunch of projects like Bloodroof number 1, the Isom statue, or the Young Isom statue, the Yara statue, and a couple other things. But you lumped in a Ripascend project into the chart as if it's their project. The book, Achromatic Chronicles, both blue and green, are not Rippaverse material. They are books published under the Ripascend wing, you idiot. And I said, books continue to sell after the campaign's end. Keep coping and seething while the Rippaverse continues to win, you pocket-watching feminine. Because that's all they know how to do. All they know how to do is pocket watch. Meanwhile, they don't have successful businesses, they don't have successful YouTube channels, and this is how they spend their time rather than improving themselves. They constantly watch people's pockets, watch people's views, watch people's subscriber counts. It's weird and absolutely gay. So shout out to Dirty Saiyan for saying, I love how the chart adds Jay's book, which isn't a Rippaverse property. And I was like, that's how much I didn't care. They lumped everything together even though Jay's book isn't a Rippaverse product and it has a different age bracket. So he says, do they? I said, yes they do. And to further clarify this, Rippaverse has sold over 210,000 comics. That doesn't account for campaigns only. That accounts for books that sell after the fact. I understand pocket watchers don't see this as a reality, but it's fun watching y'all get mad at someone you could just not watch. Stop being so feminine. He says, you first. And so I say, I don't count people's money. I don't care. Grown-ass adults crying about a company being successful because it's run by a person they don't like. Like I've said before, none of you Twitter spurgs have ever confronted Eric about your problems. Something that Eric has been openly about. If you have an issue with him, buy a ticket to a con, but I'm sure you can because you're all brokies, all crying about $35 comics in 2022, and talk to Eric directly. But none of you will, because you're all feminine little spurgs on the internet. That's all you're ever going to be. Quote unquote being successful, you're doing it again by putting out revenue, not putting in the profits, because you don't know the profits, you don't know the overhead expenses. I don't either. But the profits seem to be good enough that they can collaborate with one of the best independent comic creators known as Todd McFarlane to create statues, one of the biggest toy/statue makers in Iron Studios, and now Angel Studios to publish the Gabriel and the Guardians manga. So if there was no profit, he couldn't do any of those collaborations. He couldn't hire more people to draw. He couldn't hire more people to write. It's almost as if common sense is not so common among these low IQ new CG weirdos. I said, stop being disingenuous. You lumped Jay's book in there and it's not a Rippaverse product. You lumped in sales like that's an own, like sales as in the $5 sale, the 2-year anniversary sale, and things, and Black Friday sale. That's not an own, that's just extra profit. You idiot. CGC has a small market. That's always been the case. Not everyone bought Gooding, even though it sold 10,000 books and was $18 and had less items to buy. It literally just had the book, a shirt, and a poster. It literally had 3 items to purchase and made $350K and 10,000 books sold. Again, I say this all the time about Gooding. My boy LG did not buy Gooding because he was not interested in that character. That literally proves that there are people out there that do not buy certain characters they are not interested in. This literally applies for any comic or novel. The Trinity Volume 1 is old material for cheaper, 100K easy. He made $100,000 on old material for a cheaper price. A $45 softcover book for 3 stories over 300 pages. Again, EVS couldn't even do that, because Cyberfrog is dog water. Books are cheaper than ever before, so more profit is made. Where are your millions? Where's your successful business? Something he's still never answered, by the way. I hope you enjoy getting milked for content, because that's all you'll ever be. You're economically illiterate. By the way, you're missing Bloodroot number 1, Yaira statue, and Young Isom statue. Do better. So he tried to do better. He added Bloodroof number 1 and still forgot the rest of what I said. And I said, you're still missing honesty and integrity in your charts as well. You're going by revenue and not profit or books sold. Again, you're economically illiterate. Let's start with the basics. If a product costs less to make, it makes more profit. A cell phone costs pennies on the dollar to make and sells for $1,500, so it makes a huge profit. The first 4 campaigns alone are $9 million in revenue, which are used for all the expenses. And then the profit is used to expand the business. Wow, what a concept. It's basic economics 101. You learned this in high school, my guy. But again, the public education system failed you clowns. In 2 years' time, the Rippaverse has collaborated with one of the biggest people in the independent comic space with Todd McFarlane. Iron Studios is one of the largest toy/statue makers in the business next to McFarlane, because McFarlane's been doing it for 4 decades. Angel Studios being the next big collaboration that's called making moves and being successful. Once again, I will say, where are your millions and where is your business? Because these guys are so economically illiterate, or at least they think they're economically literate, but yet they don't have their own business, they don't have their own YouTube channel, they don't have their own side hustle. So they claim to be so intelligent when it comes to economics, and yet they don't have anything that Eric July has built. Successful band, successful YouTube channel, successful comic company, successful publishing wing. So what are you guys talking about? Okay, and he says, now do overhead and operational expenses, which Super Flow Spitter has a point. He says, how about you do it? What is Rippaverse's overhead and operating expenses? No speculation, actual figures. Failure to produce actual verified data on Rippaverse's overhead and expenses is an admission that you don't know what you're talking about, which is exactly what I say all the time. Do not try to talk about something when the information you have is null and void, or you have none at all, and that you don't know what you're talking about. And I said, you're the pocket watcher. I personally don't care, but that $9 million in revenue is enough to cover that for 10 years. Keep coping and seething, because clearly you don't run a successful business. Rippaverse is failing, guys. Feminine. But who steps into it? What furry, art-loving loser steps into it? Oh yeah, it's the guy I have muted down here named Labarsi. Like, what are we talking about, by the way? I find it very interesting that both of these posts are about revenue. Literally, both of these posts are about revenue. What do you mean? Not all that matters is profit. Both these posts are about the revenue, you dumbass. And I said, this individual is still butthurt because no one cares about his trash furry wolf art. The chart displayed goes by revenue, not profit. Do you think before you tweet? I don't work for the Rippaverse, so I can't speak on the overhead. You're shifting the goalpost trying to get an own because New CG's audience is the epitome of low IQ. Context matters. Revenue is used to maintain the business. The profits are used to expand. How is this hard to understand? It's like I said, these guys are economically illiterate. It's why your furry art makes little to no money. You keep talking about views. You never talk about money being made by your garbage furry art. You only talk about the views. That's like the views don't equal money. To my knowledge, you haven't really shown your views on anything. You claim to have the views, but you never show it. I have more followers and views for my comic on the internet than you will ever get. If no one cares about my stuff, what's that say about you? I was like, I don't know who this person is, but I guarantee no one cares to pay for your trash art. I mean, you have 35 members and you can join for free. Bro, nobody cares to pay for your trash art. Nobody cares to pay for your trash art, bro. Views don't equal sales. You have a dead YouTube channel and no one talks about your trash furry art. Stay butthurt as you continue to block people like Jeremy here. Everybody blocks this man. I don't get it. All he does is use memes and all you guys block him every time, bro. Look, you blocked this person. You blocked this person. Made Furry Boy with a dead Patreon and YouTube channel, by the way. Yeah. Dead Patreon. Dead YouTube channel. You're not doing anything with this. What comic are you posting? If it was doing so well, you'd be talking about it. You'd be spending your time talking about your trash furry comic rather than crying about me and the Rippaverse for weeks and months and years like you are. You're not a troll. You're a loser. You're a lonely loser, bro. You're feminine as hell. He is so triggered by me debunking his bullcrap that he claims I called him a furry, which I didn't. You can see I said his trash furry art. In one of these was trash furry wolf art. Never called him a furry, so you're being disingenuous and you look like an asshole. As you are, you're an ass. This is how stupid new CG is. Their frog daddy got baited by Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers just recently. Your furry art is trash and nobody wants it. Keep coping and see the Rippaverse and I both stay winning. So you got losers that I don't pay attention to. This post triggered Sturgis. Whoever that is, I don't know who that is. Now he's calling me a furry again and all that. Apparently I'm mega thirsty. Renowned Zero Me is the only person I refer to. I don't know what this is at all. But again, I'm mega thirsty. My dude, you've been crying about me since MegaCon. And I haven't really responded to you that much. If at all. Like, what are you talking about? I told my audience I have you muted, homie. You're muted. This post dropped right over the target. He's out from hiding in a rage, flexing his 2.2k YouTube subscribers, which I ended up finding out it was absolute gay ops. It's gay ops. Oh, why won't you show the oh, I bet it's EVS. I can almost guarantee this is EVS allegedly. 100,000 followers. You keep saying these numbers, but you don't present them. And this isn't exactly what I said, so you sound like a... So... I'm like, that's more followers than your Twitter account. It has more eyes on it by bigger accounts than all of CG. This is a cope. Also, get the number right. It's 2.49k. That's not saying no. I was like, just get the number right. You sound stupid. You stay lying, and this is why no one takes you seriously. You've all proven to not be only economically illiterate, but have first grade reading comprehension. This is what no does to a quote-unquote man. It's feminine boy here. He's right down there commenting. By the way, commented on his own post. Sitting there talking to himself like a loser. See, that's how I know that that's who that was. Because you even tagged him because you're a I don't tag you, Richard Lie, when I'm going back and forth with you losers. I don't have to because I'm not a like you. I can handle my own Twitter debates. I can handle my own Twitter arguments. You can't because you're made. Just like every single one of you weirdo detractors on Twitter. And then I said, when you know you've lost an argument, look to your biased audience for validation. Glad I could help out your engagement, back to monetizing you and then ignoring you. This was just as bad as when I said to Froggo that he was an ugly motherfucker, and then he went to his audience and said, am I ugly? In a poll. Bro, that's how much cope you have right now. That's how much copium you're consuming. Real professionals are selling 40,000 books. EVS can't even sell 40,000 books. You can't sell 40,000 books. None of you clown detractors have successful businesses, bro. By the way, they see everything you guys do. So does Eric July. All these people in the Rippaverse see what clown shit you guys are always doing. Constantly being weirdo, gay ops having individuals. And it's crazy how many books there actually are in the Rippaverse, and even more coming in 2025, as Eli Foster shows here. This is obviously all the ISUM 1 covers, ISUM 2 covers, Alpha Core number 1 covers, the art book, and the Yara number 1 covers. Rippazine number 1, collector's edition, Gooding the Polymath, Rippazine 2, The Horseman, Welcome to Flores Park. Now we're going to have Bloodroof number 1, we have the Rippaverse Trinity volume 1, Yara number 2, The Great War Separation, the art book of Jack Herbert, Rippazine number 3, and then we have ISOM 3 launching on Friday. You got Zaylin, Alpha Core 2, The Horseman number 1, Salvage Lethal Force, Saoirse, The Curse, the Black Eye Club, Bloodroof, Number 2, and then Norfolka. So what failure is the Rippaverse having with all these new products coming this year? The only failure I see is your Patreon and your dead YouTube channel. So, by the way, this is his Twitter account from February 11th. If Eric July didn't hire Gothic or just CG and his detractors, then it makes no sense that he would let her do just that, which she is doing. When Rippaverse hits the rock bottom, expect Eric July to vanish or major double down on his fight against CG. He's not fighting CG! It's a one-sided beef, you weirdos! You live in a fantasy world where you're constantly attacking the black man and having the fat, overweight, out-of-shape New Jerseyan constantly cry about how black he is. Always doing massively racist shit on his live streams, like playing minstrel shows and saying that the N-word guy should be slapped. You constantly see that and you ignore it because you're an absolute February 11th. Let's see. February 11th. You're still crying about Eric. You're still crying about me. Into the 12th, you're still talking about Eric. You're still talking about Rippaverse. Into the 13th. Into the 14th, Rippaverse. 15th, Rippaverse. My guy, why are you talking about this man's arm and back here like a gay boy? What kind of gay shit is this? This is absolutely homosexual. Eric July, who has zero talent at writing. You don't write, so you can't judge. You don't write? Nobody cares about your shit. And if he didn't have any talent in writing, people wouldn't have asked for more Salvage, more Sersha, and more Isom if he had no talent. And then you quote tweet yourself like a weirdo. I can't draw or write, but I'm Eric July. I'm entitled to be a pro comic creator. Well, he has a pro comic creator business. He has a YouTube channel that's 1,000 times better than yours and more successful than yours. He's a jealous poser. He knows more about comics than you'll ever know. He knows more about comics than all you poser tourists in the new CG crowd. Oh, I'm gonna buy another Cyberfrog book that's a reprint. Oh no. Talking about me. By the way, you cut off this part. Didn't think you needed to make a video on it? Cope and Seed. Pay me. Watch my shit because you're a weirdo subscriber. Hate watching me. Still talking about me. Still going on about me. Still talking about Rippaverse. Still calling me that name. Still crying about the Rippaverse. Still talking about me. Still posting about me. Like, bro, you're an absolutely gay bitch. 32-year comic, bro. An extremely talented creative person. A critical drinker dumb who just trashes on everything, woke for views, and knows how he has to hate everything for his brain-dead audience. You literally just repeat the talking points of a fat, overweight, out-of-shape dude from New Jersey who is not talented at all. His line art is dog shit without Kyle Ritter's colors. Bro, now you're talking about YouTubers. Now we're back to me again. And this was where you said, oh, I baited you. Bro, I don't respond to you. Except for today. Oh, I baited him, guys. Yeah, I did vote. Congratulations. This proves that you stalk my page like a gay bitch. You're just like all the other gay on my timeline that stalk me every day, bro. You're just like every other weirdo in CG that stalks me, bro. By the way, Eric July subscribed to my channel, Cope and Seed. I'm a mod on Eric July's channel, Cope and Seed. Keep coping all goddamn day. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get Eric July on a live stream, and you're going to cope and seethe more about it. That's all you guys know how to do, is cry about me and Eric all the time, bro. Literally, your timeline is filled with how gay and homosexually obsessed you are with me, bro. I don't swing that weight. I'm not a furry. So, stop. Your gayness is showing, and it's a little excessive. Miss me with that gay shit. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit that like button. Comment below if you feel well. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live on this channel. Become a member for just $1 a month. There's a join button down below this video. You get access to members-only content, as well as live stream emojis when I go live on the channel. And I really do appreciate it if you did that. If you can't spare the buck, that's okay too. I really do appreciate, though, you checking out the videos and watching the live streams. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.